Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hello and welcome back. Please, this video is going to be short and straight to the point. Ladies, young girls, please stop addressing yourself as not single when you are not married. Okay, let me put it straight. If you are not married, you are single. Even if you have dated them, you're dating a man, you've been in a relationship with a man for 10 years, 20 years. If you are not married, you are single. I don't know why spinsters, let me use the word spinsters who are not married, because you're in a relationship with a man, you are bold to tell somebody you are not single. Oh, I don't even know. But and I've noticed that it's always women that do it, because a man who is not married, a man who is a bachelor, even if he's in a serious relationship, will still consider himself as a single man. And he will still address himself as a single man. It's always women. And that is why every little thing, they're the ones that get all the heartbreak and everything. Because you throw yourself out there. You make yourself, you begin to play all this wifey role, wifey, take up all this wifey role and wifey positions in the life of a man who is not married to you. You go to his house, you want to clean for him, you want to watch for him, you want to do this for him, you want to do that for him, you want to do everything for him. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong when when you visit somebody. Like me, even if I visit my brother's house or my sister's house, I do stuff. I do clean the house, I do cook, I do things like that. That's a different thing altogether. But you not being married to a man and you consider yourself not single. There was a time I was actually having this conversation with somebody, and we were saying, she said, even if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, you're not. I said, you are the one who is considering yourself not single. That man does not consider himself as not being single. Stop playing a wifey role to somebody who is not married to you. Just stop playing my wifey role. I'm not an advocate of having series of relationships. You can be in one relationship with somebody, hold the relationship tight. If your intention is to get married, pray that it eventually leads you to marriage. But as long as you're still in that relationship and you're not married, stop terming yourself as not being single. Because if you are not married, you are single. How else do we explain this? I was asking one lady one time that was arguing the thing with myself. Okay, let's assume that we have a paperwork to fill out. And what most paperwork, they ask you to write single, married, widowed, separated, blah, blah, blah. What are you going to mark as your own status? She says single. Then what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Because at that point, you cannot go, there's no thing here to say somebody who is in a serious relationship. It doesn't matter whether you've spent 10 years or 20 years with somebody in a relationship. You are still single. And it's, like I said, it's always women that does that. A bachelor will always tell you that he is a single man. But a young lady who is a girlfriend to that bachelor will be describing herself as not being single. I can understand the people that will say single but not searching. That makes more sense, because you're in a serious relationship with somebody. But for you to tell me that you are not single, yet you are not married, does that even make any sense? Women, you need to stop putting yourself in such situations where you expect too much, and at the end of the day, you end up with heartbreak. Bottom line, ladies, if you are not married, you are single. You are single. If you are not married, you are single. Simple and short. I'm emphasizing on ladies because it is always ladies that do this. Most men hardly do it. You hardly see a bachelor that would term himself as not being single. Even though he has a relationship, even if he's engaged to a woman, he will still regard himself as a single man until he gets married to that woman. But it's always the women, once a man tells them I love you 2-3 times, they begin to see themselves as not being single. Why do we like to put ourselves in a precarious situation, the situations that will bring us unnecessary heartache and unnecessary stress? It doesn't make any sense. It's not worth it. This is my appeal to women. Please, if you are not married, you are single. Stop playing wifey role to a man who is not married to you. And stop considering yourself as his. Some of them, at some point, they will start addressing the man as hubby, Hubby. Because they can't go out try to call the person husband. So they now abbreviate it my hubby. You can hardly see a man who is not married to a woman address the woman as my wifey. He will address you as his girlfriend. So why do women do it? I find it difficult to understand it. I don't understand what that means. Bottom line, because the reason why I started this video, because I had that argument before in the past with somebody, and recently I had that argument again with a young woman. I said, why are you telling people that you're not single? You are single. The last time I checked, you're not married. He said, but I'm in a relationship. That doesn't make you not being single. You are still a single lady because you are not married. Okay, you've been in a relationship with somebody for 3-4 years. So what? You are still a single lady, because that man does not consider himself as a single, does not consider himself as a married man. He considers himself as a single man. So why are you the one considering yourself as not being single? What are you doing to yourself? What are you doing to yourself? It is so funny. It is so funny. Anyways, I don't know. That's just my own thought. Bottom line, if you're not single, you are married. Stop deceiving yourself. A single lady, even if you have been engaged to a man for 12 years, you are still a single woman. Simple and short. Because that relationship can end at any time. Somebody could come up to me and say, after all, marriage, of course, we understand that. When marriage ends, it's marriage that ended. It is a marriage that ended. Then you go through the process of reconstructing yourself, changing your name back to a single. But when a man has not put a ring on your finger, you are a single lady. Simple and short. It's always women that do this. Men hardly do it. That's just my own thing. Ladies, that's my special advice, my personal advice from me to you. Stop addressing yourself as not being single. If you are not married, you are single. And stop playing wifey role to a man who is not married to you, because that will make you lose your respect and your self-worth. That is what causes a lot of women unnecessary heartache. Reserve the heartache when you get married, because marriage has its own baggage that comes with it. Don't start stressing yourself in a relationship before you even get into the marriage. It's not worth it. Anyway, that is just my